Hey, good morning. It's Ruben Lowing here at the Northwest Houston office of WSB and WFG. I was contemplating what happened last night. I made like 60 phone calls, all mortgage real estate professionals pretty much. and it was kind of odd. I made a video basically pertaining to uh, mortgage loan professionals, originators, and brokers, because what they do is so similar to what we do. They're looking at the same stuff. It's just what you're doing with that information, and where you're taking the client. And for them, this would be a no brainer, pretty easy, I would say, because I did it right. And but I sent it out to some real estate agents too, and I was calling them. This, I got a lot of hang ups. I got, as soon as I started talking about what we're doing, hanging up on me, and I had one real estate agent. Um, I'm kind of gun shy by this time, and I go, I'm telling her, we're our campaign to educate 30 million families in financial literacy by 2030, and I'm looking for, how I sent this out to mortgage professionals because what they do is really similar to what we do, and I know you're a real estate agent. Do you ever look at ways of diversifying your income or other ways of making money? And she says, yeah. She's really cooperative, right? So I got her scheduled uh, for tomorrow night to come in for the BPM. But it's kind of, you never know until you talk to people. Okay. And there's something that's kind of been bothering me. I've been somebody who had an insurance company. They used to own nursing homes. And then they started an insurance company. And I'm not sure if it was focused on mostly health. I got a feeling they're doing life and health. And they said that the insurance company was so much more profitable than the extended living facility that they were running, that they decided to shut that down, sell it, and just focus on the life insurance or on the insurance. And somehow they're getting um, uh, all their clients. They have people just call up calls from wealthy people wanting to do these strategies. Because of the protection with the floor with the index products, and because of the tax advantages. And I'm like, man, here I am beating my head against the wall, calling these, people that, don't understand the value of what we're doing. And these guys get wealthy people, millionaires, calling them to get these big policies to protect their wealth. And I'm like, that contrast is just deafening to me. So, but I got this heart to want to help people, but it's like, oh man, it's that saying, bring a horse, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, or like I say, herding cats, you got to lead from the front, and they have to have no other option. And things are getting to that point. I had somebody yesterday, a longtime real estate agent. She's seen, I seen all these cycles, and there's always a crisis, and it's never going to change, and you know, I've been through it all. I've seen high interest rates and la di da, right? But what nobody's seen, because we've never had this before, we never had government subsidized health care. Um, we have never had. Uh, a, I got a friend of mine who came up with this uh, family managed healthcare plan. It's a pool, and it's based on your family. You bring them into the pool, and the money that already comes out, like the $2.45 an hour that employers have to pay into healthcare for everybody, shifting that to a family fund, in a bank that's just for healthcare costs, authorized only for healthcare costs, and um, that pool, all right, would take the burden off the government, all right? But it also would reduce the healthcare costs and all these advantages, right? And so I sent it to the congressman from Arizona, um, David Schwartz, and I sent it to some other congressmen, here in Texas and in Virginia and San Diego, because we got to do something, right? Because there's a centralized health care, almost 80% of the federal budget goes to Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, and only like 20%, just a little over 20%, is defense spending, foreign aid, uh, infrastructure. Okay, and this congressman points out, if they totally cut uh, the military spending and the foreign aid, uh, next year we're still going to be having to raise the debt ceiling, because the cost of medical expenses, it's all law supply and demand. So many of the baby boomers, the 79 million baby boomers that are born between 1946 and 1964, they're coming to that retirement age, and they're going to be drawing income from the government. Federal spending is just increasing, right? And that cost of medical, see, by subsidizing it, we're we're creating inflation in the medical field. So there's a couple companies out there. There's one that does another pool. It's not family. It's a network of, I think it's Intuit Healthcare. Um, they're already established. Okay, and they got this network of providers that that, and it's not insurance. It's not insurance. So there's no uh, challenge with pre-existing conditions. We've got to change to a system like that, and the government's going to have nothing, no say in it, right? We just got to allow people to do that instead of, contributing to Medicare, Medicaid, all right? And